Hello everyone, this is Sharing Creations by Carrie. It's Carrie. Hope you're all doing well. We have a small Temu haul. Small for me, because I don't normally only order 15 things. So I'm going to start with it's craft items. Um, I'm going to start with the two things that I will not buy again. And made a poor purchase decision on these two. I'll still use them. I just won't repurchase these. So I suggest you just skip these and take it as learning a lesson from me, from the mistakes I made, so you don't repeat them. I got this pack of 50 pieces of cardstock for $6.98. However, this is no more than a 6x6 postcard. So if you've seen my other video where I purchased postcards thinking I was purchasing cards, I did the same thing. Glossy on one side, dull on the other side. At least these are a little more white than the other ones. So these will be more easier to, will be a lot easier to use. I can always cut them and use them as backing, as a trim. So not a total loss, but I would not purchase them again. Too much money for the item. And this was the other thing that I failed miserably on because it was not cost effective. They're 12 by 12, which is rare to find on Temu. It's a 65-pound cardstock. It is now $13.48. I paid $11.24. Still way too much. And there's only 30 pieces. And I wasn't thinking clearly, obviously, for the price. Because I looked at my white cardstock that's 12 by 12 that I got at Hobby Lobby, and there was 100 of them for $21.99. So for that same price, I would only end up with 60. So bad purchase. And it's a little bent up on the edges, but I'll still use it. It's just not a good purchase. So don't make that same mistake as I did. Okay, I got some more of these for $3.78. These are the small ones, whereas the head is much bigger. And these work great for bigger sections, but I wanted some smaller ones. So I think I'm set with all of my blending brushes. Then I got these little flat back pieces. They're, I believe, called water drops. There's 350 pieces in here. I should come down now that that big giganta stuff is out of the way. Hopefully you're not too close. Hard to tell on my screen. Okay, I think I'm good. They were $1.79. They're 3, 4, 5, and 6 millimeters. They also have another set with 4 sizes, and I believe they're bigger, if I remember correctly. But I had seen Gina K put these on some of her cards, and she had put them on white, so they were hard to catch on her video. However, I thought she absolutely loves them, to add them to cards, so I was excited to see what I could pull off. Whoop, I already slide them off. They do stick out quite a bit, so keep that in mind. But I thought they were really cool, especially when they're put behind on top of a darker color, because they literally look like raindrops. And it adds just a little something extra to the card. And so I was excited because when I dropped them on this paper, I was like, oh wow, that's actually really cool. I'm trying to find the four sizes. Okay, here is the four sizes. So like this in the frame. I thought those were pretty stinking cool. Just add another element to the card. So I thought this would be fun. Try not to spill those everywhere. And then I got this because I watched the video for 219. They're out now. I checked right shortly before I started filming, and today is the going into the 21st, and they're out. They had other choices. This was the two colors, the gold and the silver. They do on your wax melts after you've done the mold to catch the raised edges. And it also has a little brush. Dang it. Not a brush. It's one of those makeup type old. Sorry. The eyeshadow. And it's silver and gold. And I won't be able to get this thing open because it's slippery. Slippery little sucker. Alright, this is annoying already. I'm gonna get this thing open to use it. How do you get these things open? I don't want you in it. No, you gotta be gentle. I was trying too hard. So I thought. This is Nicole's happy place. We are definitely following each other's orders at the same time. And she hauled this, so I was like, yep, gotta get one of those. I'd gotten a marker, and I was having a hard time catching the raised edges with it. So I thought this has got to be better than the marker. This is a marker I was getting everywhere, not just the raised edges. So yeah, I think I like this one better. Thanks, Nicole. So I'm excited about that. And then I got some dies. Only got a few. But I had already was looking for. I'm running out of it. I already ran out of these folders for the envelopes. So let me start adding them to like items. This was 84 cents, and it's the faith, the word faith, which is similar to this, but it doesn't really have the cross like I was hoping. This is the only one I could find because this one's strength. So I was trying to find the one where it was like a cross. They had everything else in that one store, but they didn't have a faith that looks like a cross. And this is the closest I could come to it. And I wanted the word faith. And so I cut it out in silver cardstock. And I absolutely love it. It doesn't have an eye, so you could add gem if you wanted to leave it like that. It has a little drop. So I like that one. Got some tape on it, glue from tape. So it's just my sample cut. And it was only 84 cents. So I was like, yep, I like that price. Then I got these dies, which is a nesting set. And Actually got two. This one was $2.48. There's 15 of them. The outer one is 14.13 inches by 13.4. 13 inches. 4.13. Getting tongue tied off my words. And then I also got this one, which this one is a smooth, which is this one. Has no design on it. It's just plain. However, this one was $1.43. It's got dotted edges, and there's 8 dies, and the biggest one is 3.7 inches. So you get the little notches, which is, well, pay attention to that. I didn't run it through all the way, but it's got the little notches in it. So I went for this one for a couple of reasons. Because I wanted a die, which I thought I had purchased before, and I didn't. But I wanted circles that I could put stamp sediment on it, or put a sediment die cut on it, and have the outer edge a different color. So that was the point I was trying to do. Between these two, one of them actually has the same size. One of them is the same. So I wanted it for layering, because you can. Oh, there's another same size. I think there's another one that's smaller than this. I only cut out a few of them. Same size. So I thought these could be good for junk journals and cards. So I decided I wanted, like, they're the same colors because I cut out the same dies, but they can even go as small as this, where you could even put a number on it for your junk journal. So depending on what you want to do is what your results you'll end up with. But they even go really small. So there's those. And then okay, and then I ventured out to get some embossing folders. Never owned one before. So I wanted to give it a try. This one was $1.52, and it is 5.7 by 4.7. And hopefully you can see this design. I didn't need a special plate to run it through my die cutting machine. I took my 2 top plates. I took, I think I just grabbed a piece of paper for a shim. And then one of them I used my metal plate as a shim. But I thought that was super pretty. It's on both sides, so you will get the indentations on the back side. So it basically gives a deeper ridge to it. I was like, I really like that for a backing. How pretty. And if I wanted to, I could cut it in multiple pieces, because there's a line right here, which I've seen somebody, oh my goodness, I can't remember her name. It's out of the UK. But she had taken a die cut and cut 4 different colors and then cut it into 4 pieces. And that was the top of her card. And that would give you, if you did it in 4 colors, if I picked 6 colors, then I could have 6 cards, right? If I'm doing the math right. Probably not. But you could slice it right down the middle in this seam. So there's a seam right there too. And you could do 6 different colors. and then you could do a mass group of cards. Is it 12 cards you can make? No, it's more than that. Because you're only using one section. So if I did it 6 times, 24 cards, I think. Don't quote me, I suck at math. I think you could make 24 cards if I'm doing that right. 6. What? Anyway. Wow, my brain just shut off on me. Where did I get 24? I don't know. Scratch all that. I'm not editing it out. I just showed you how bad I am at math. But you can get multiple cards doing that, not just one backing. If you cut it out 6 times and puzzled them together on the front of a card and did a sentiment on the front of it, you'd have a ton of cards. Yeah, I'm tired. This one was $1.98. It is 5.7 by 4.17. And that is the pattern. I think it's I want to say they call it a weave basket pattern. But it's got a nice 3D basket pattern, which is pretty neat. I thought that one was fun. I like this one because you could actually see the pattern in the embossing plate itself. And I think you do actually pay extra for this pattern on here. So if you wanted to, you could probably color your embossing plate that, well, it's not ridged on this side. You could trace it with a marker so that you could see the pattern better. But one of the ones I was like, well, let me give that one a try. And then I went for this one, which I had just taken those finger inks, I think they called, and just stuck my finger in it and just rubbed on the edge of the raised part. Of course, I made a mess and got it everywhere else. But I'm sure there's a way to do it. I don't have embossing powders and embossing ink, which this would be really pretty to do with. I can't seem to find any on Temu, and I have yet to make it to Hobby Lobby, which is what I definitely need to do because I need to get more white and black base cardstock. I think I'm good with the other colors. I've you name it, I have it. But I wanted to do a lot of the base colors and then see what else they have. But it raised it pretty good. And I didn't have one of those embossing pads. But this one was $1.97. It's 4 by 88 by 6.93 inches. And it's a nice plate. The bottom is definitely bigger on this one, and the top is smaller, so you're definitely going to need to make sure that your paper at least reaches this edge where my fingers are. My lights are so bright that I can't see my phone screen, but it's pretty cool. Oh, and a tip that I seen Gina K do was that she had taken her ink pad. I think was it ink pad? Yeah, it was her ink pad. She ran the ink pad over lightly to ink the raised part, and then put a cardstock in there and ran it through her die cutting machine, and it inked this pattern on her cardstock. Super cool. Definitely want to try that. And I think that's everything. Pretty small one for me. It's one of my shorter videos, definitely. I have one order that's just gone through completed through customs. So it'll probably take a few days to get here. Every 4 days, probably. So, and that's the only order I have out right now. And I have an order sitting in my cart. And so, of course, every time I watch a video, I go hunting for something or go looking for something. And after watching Nicole's video, one of the things that she had was out of stock. So then I said, well, let me see what's similar. See if there was any other stores that had the same thing. Well, I didn't find that. We got Thumper over here. But I did find other paper. And they had 4, and I think I got all 4 of them. Or they had 5, and I got 4 of them in my cart. So, goodness. I've definitely slowed down, I'll have to say that. Um, so I'm going to start. I know people love to watch all videos, but not sponsored. At some point, people have to slow down purchasing because their wallet can only take so much abuse from Temu's site. But I'm definitely slowing down because my stockpile is getting quite large. I've focused so much on cards and purchasing journal stuff that I really need to use it. And I want. Oh, wait a minute. I'm sitting here looking at something I didn't even show you. Dabbling away. Here's one of the things that they had 4 of, and I ordered 4 of them. One of each. But they were $1.29. They're now $1.48. There's 2 each, and there's 20. And I thought these would be perfect for junk journals. Really liked the color combinations, the patterns. This is so neat to throw it on a junk journal page and do some layering with it also. They're super thin, so trying to separate them is not very easy. Gotta be quick because I just babbled and thought I was done. But I like this is gonna go in for the blue junk journal that I plan on doing, which I think I'm gonna really need to buckle down and start that one. And then they don't have names to them; they're just lettered. But they're from Elegant Garden, is what they're all saying at the top. 3 of them, I ended up with 3. And this one's more in the pinks. I like this. It's got the music notes. It's got the gears for the clock. It's got clocks. The butterflies with the bird cages. The time thing. I forget what it's called. And here, really pretty pinks. And this one. But of course, butterflies. Oh, there's that one. This one is more of yellows, greens, and I got 3 on this one too. This one's also got some music notes. This one's rather different than the others. Goodness. The only problem with thin paper is it's hard to pick up. This one's got mushrooms in it, music notes and butterflies. Different types of flowers, which is nice. This just screams junk journal to me. And then the last one, which is purples. And I got 3 of these also. Hydrangeas, of course. Got me on that one. I think I saw this one first, and then the other ones I threw in my cart too because they were fun to add to junk journals. I have one right now that the outside's pink, but it's very multicolored inside. So these will work really good in that too. I still have quite a few pages not done in it. Just really pretty papers. So that is it. Almost every time I almost forget something every single time. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't subscribed, hit that. If you liked what you've seen, hit the like button. Share if you'd like. No pressure. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do, how I'm going to do my giveaway. We're still a distance away. I'm pretty sure I got the viewing hours. A lot of people are watching and not subscribing. So I'm not as high up on the subscriber count as compared to the watch hours. Apparently people like to watch, they just don't want to subscribe. And I try to, if I like anything about the video, I subscribe. But whether you watch them or not, that's another story. But you're also helping somebody out. And then, hey, chance to win some good stuff because my stash is pretty good, and I have a feeling that my plan is to give out to more than a couple people. So that is everything. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks. Bye.